mental, emotional, and behavioral, being flexible. That's what it is. It's like, okay, if this doesn't work, I will try something else. If this is not going to look good, I will do something else. That's what resilience is. Welcome to a new episode of the Ewa Eckert podcast. I am Ewa Eckert. I'm host of the show. I am a Polish immigrant with big heart, kick-ass husband, and 2 beautiful kids. American entrepreneur sharing an incredible mission to inspire women around the world to take bold actions towards their dreams, passions, and desires so their life become more meaningful and fulfilled. I believe that the best superhero of your unique purpose is inside all of you, all of us, and we should share it with the world to make the world a better place. I hope that this episode will help you finally discover the power of self-belief, self-motivation, so you can stop making the excuses and create the life you truly desire and deserve by being the upgraded version of you. Welcome to the show, guys. In today's episode, the topic is how to be resilient. And I just recently been to an amazing event. It's called the Elevator Night that is hosted by a friend of ours, Dan Fleischman. And he does these nights once a year. He created this event to give the community. He invites these amazing women to the panel, women that have achieved amazing success. And it's so fulfilling. It's feeling so amazing to be a part of an event like this. Because the one thing that's been showing up in my head throughout the whole event was resilience. And this would inspire me to make this show for you today, because I know that a lot of you out there, and I speak mostly to women, however, a lot of guys watching my show, so I'm speaking really, guys, to everyone right now. I know that so many of us struggle with that resilience. And I'm going to give you the definition of resilience in just a second. But you probably know what the resilience is, right? It's like kind of overcoming and adapting to a situation and continuously having the most positive mental attitude no matter what's happening, right? It's for us to continue to pushing despite the obstacle. Despite these hurdles that are being thrown at us, despite the fact that things are not going as well as we think, but you see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what it is. Your mission, your laser beam focus on that one thing is so big, is bigger than the upcoming obstacles. That's what it is. That's what resilience is. You're resilient to the upcoming difficulties. And all these women have that. And how I figured this out? Because every single one of them would mention about their struggles. One would mention about the obstacle. That was never, a road filled with roses. There were usually some kind of struggles. And it's not like we want the struggles, but the struggles makes us better. The struggles make you find a solution. The struggle will make you realize that you are stronger than you thought you are. And then overall, that's what the life is. It sounds crazy, but when you think about it, that's what it is. So bear with me, and I'm going to give you exactly the resilience definition as I found it. Resilience is the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences. especially through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility and adjustment to external and internal demands. We can underline this. Mental, emotional, and behavioral, being flexible. That's what it is. It's like, okay, if this doesn't work, I will try something else. If this is not going to look good, I will do something else. That's what resiliency is. And if we all would just accept the fact that we need to be resilient in order for us to succeed, I truly believe that more of us would be successful. It's almost like you gotta plant that seed in you. You gotta always remember that it's not gonna be an awesome and amazing journey all the time. That it's gonna be some hard time, and you just kind of be prepared for it. Because that's what happens when we figure something not maybe we have an idea. Let's put it this way. You have an idea. You think this is going to be awesome. Maybe you're writing a book, maybe you're creating an event. You get excited because you've realized, wow, I can do this. So you plan all of this, you do this, and then out of nowhere, these obstacles come your way. So enthusiasm is being deflated. Imagine like this big, beautiful balloon, the air is coming out. So you start losing it. You start doubting. The fear enters, the doubt enters, the loneliness enters. I'm all there by myself. I'm only one in it. There's nobody else. I'm struggling. The whole world is against me. But it's not like this overall. There's more people struggling with similar situations like this. And maybe you just didn't find your tribe yet. Maybe you just don't have these people around you. So by getting into rooms like I just did with the elevator night, surrounding yourself with women who want more, who want to become more, who want to have more, who are not afraid to dream and follow their dreams, you being inspired. Not only that, they give you a lot of hell yes. Not only that, you will realize that their struggles are similar to yours. Not only that, you're realizing that you can have your tribe, that this is what you need to be surrounded with. Because you realize that these women, despite all of this, they keep on going. And that's when you start thriving, guys. That's what it is. I start thriving, becoming a part of these rooms, becoming a part of these tribes. And this is that's the selection that you need to do. So sometimes it's going to be hard to cut the strings with people that are no longer lifting you up, that instead of being on the same level with you, they kind of dragging you down, they pulling you down. And that's why women, successful women, people who want more, they surrounding themselves with these high achievers. That's just natural law of attraction. So there's nothing wrong with this. And I just want to underline this to you. There is nothing wrong with this. Because if you are always a person that always pulls people up, lift them up, and there's nobody else to lift you up, you're going to be drained out of energy. That's what it is. This happened to me. That's why I crave these rooms, because that's when my energy is being restored. That's why I took my daughter. My 10-year-old daughter went with me, and it was so amazing because she was sitting with me in the audience and listening, taking notes and researching about these women. And we took pictures with them. Some of them were our friends, and they were chosen to speak on that stage. I spoken on stages too. So it's like, it doesn't matter if you are in the audience or we talk about it, or you are the one on the panel. You always learn something from someone. Women on the panel learn from the women on the panel, right? But I wanted to ask you today to list 5 to 10 situations that happen in your life that maybe you felt like quitting, but you still show up. Maybe you felt like there was no one else for you, but you keep on pushing. Maybe you felt like there was no solution, but you still show up and you found the solution. Maybe you felt or you heard that the others were telling you need to quit, but you still keep on going and showing up and finding the solutions. Maybe people were telling you you are not meant for this, but you did it despite the fact. Maybe you felt like you were alone, but then you went and you found your tribe. I want you to list those things that happen in your life. Because when I actually listed them, I did it for fun. When I was creating this episode, I'm like, this is fun. This is fun because sometimes we don't even take the time to do this. And when you actually do this, it's going to open up your eyes to so much more. So I listed, I'm like, wow, let's start from way back. And actually I have a list, but now I thought about something else. When I was in my university, I remember after the first year, I had struggled to overcome we had the hurdles run and there were hard hurdles and I couldn't jump over the hurdles. And there was the moment of me that I was almost broken. I thought that I would quit my university, but I found a mentor. I found a colleague who had taught me. Did I need to show up for this? Absolutely. I had to show up, be present, do my work, do 100%, and then I passed the test. But I was so fast, so short of quitting, guys. But then I keep on repeating myself, what am I going to do? This is only the thing that I can do. This is all my love. This is what I went for. If I'm going to quit, there is nothing for me to do. And guys, I was so close to quit. Then number 2, when I was coming to US, I got 3 no's. I broke up with my boyfriend. The agency, 2 times different agency said to me, no, you're not coming. And eventually I found a person. I contacted a friend of mine and the universe put us together so she would give me the phone number and I would call the family in the United States. Look how the world is playing for you. Then I was thinking, okay, when I came to the United States, struggle in finding jobs. It took me so long to realize that I have a path. I've been already a fitness instructor. I found this stuff. So why am I not doing things that I love? I went through hard relationships, breakups, and other things. There were so many things throughout the whole life. The good happened and the bad happened. And when you list it, you realize that each of these things have a solution-oriented mindset, meaning an open mindset, meaning you didn't give up, but you found your path that was aligned with you and it was good for you. Something that gave you a full fulfillment, a joy, happiness. That you did it and now when you look at it, you think, thank God I did it. Me and Steve were behind the rent. Few months behind the rent when they first opened the gym. We put all our life savings in it. Did we give up? No. But we were literally not having money, period. We were putting everything into business. Did we found a solution? Yes. We signed up for coaching and we found our solution. I went through 2 pregnancies. I have double hernia for each of them. And then I had to recover from hernia. And I have to recover from 2 C-sections. For a year straight, I couldn't do leg lifts. I couldn't do no flutter kicks, no abs. I couldn't after having the surgery. Then when we moved from New York to California, when we were driving to California, guys, we sold our house. We have trucks loading everything and bringing to California. When we were driving to California, we didn't have a home to live. If I tell you this, sometimes some people say, no way. I said, yes. And throughout the trip of this whole week, I found a home for us. And it was also an agent show up with a goodwill that actually wasn't selling homes. So, no, I'm sorry. She was just selling homes, but she was not renting. But then she contacted someone, say, hey, listen, there is something on the market. I'm not even getting money for this, but I contacted someone is giving this to me. And these people without making a payment for this house, they gave us the code to open the door in California, in Yorba Linda. I remember when we landed, we entered the home without paying for it. And I don't know how many days later, we met them to make a payment on this house. Like, look how the universe is sending you this. But also I put my work. I was thinking about it, that we need to find a house. And my other thought was this, like, I don't want to live in a hotel, because my husband was like, you know what? We're going to live in a hotel for that time. And I was thinking in my head, hell no. I am not moving to a hotel for a month. But obviously, if we had to do it, we have to do it. But I didn't want to take this to consideration. So I was doing everything in my power to find the place. Now, COVID, I don't even know if you are allowed to say this. But look, when we had our gyms running in New York and this pandemic hit, we had to rent our equipment to our literally lease, not rent, lease the equipment to our members. Figure this out. So because remember, guys, there was no dumbbells on the market. You couldn't buy anything. You couldn't buy any equipment. And if it was sold, it was for such a high price that people couldn't afford it. It was some ridiculous numbers. I remember that like today. So we figured it out. You know what? We're going to give people these dumbbells. We're going to give them the equipment, and we're going to do everything in our power so people can show up for our online sessions taught live. We had sessions in the morning, in the evening. We were delivering. And that's what means going extra mile. You deliver to people. You give them what they need, and then they get the results, and you thrive. Because you do good. And that's what we did. We rent the freaking equipment. It was just like out of nowhere, we created the idea. And we were teaching online. So we were able to hold our company for a few months longer. And look, we created the alliance. Me and Steve created the alliance, and the alliance didn't work. And then we decided we're going to create two alliances. And then my son created his own separate freak fit, and the kids working on this, and Steve is working and I'm working, and Steve is teaching men, I'm teaching women, Tyson is teaching kids. It's all coming into place as a freak family, guys. So there are struggles, there are obstacles, there are things that you will need to overcome, but don't lose faith. Keep on going. If you have an idea, make a plan, create a plan, and say, you know what? This is my life mission, and I will not give up on this. This is what I'm going to do, and I will figure it out, and I will learn the business, and I will do my best. And I'm sure, look, we could all talk about this forever, but I just want to inspire you today to not lose faith and keep on going, because the superhero is within you. And when you discover it, you're going to realize that there is not as hard as you think it is. That you have amazing superpowers that will help you to thrive through the hardest times. And don't forget, guys, that resilience is built in the gym. When you work out every single day, when you lift heavier weights, when you push through that cardio, that's like pushing in life. So our idea on life with our freak family is working out every single day. We don't miss a day. That's what it is. Work out every single day. It builds your resistance. You show up. You learn that it's not as hard as you think. So guys, again, thank you so much for liking, watching, sharing this episode. Please make comments. I always would love to hear from you. And remember that the superhero is within you. You just need to rediscover it. May your discipline and energy be unstoppable. May your curiosity be endless. May your enthusiasm be infectious. And may your outcome be of service to others. Because I make the difference in the universe, and the universe is awaiting you. No excuses.